so strongly was destiny through the depths of your essence, but it's in your head. And it's like people outside of your head try and tell you how you gotta be, and deter you from showing up authentically. You catch yourself starting to believe the shit, like blah blah blah.
Hey y'all, welcome to Naya's Notes. I am your host, AniyahJelisa. Welcome back if you're a subscriber, and welcome in if you're new. So on today, we're going to be doing a pick a card reading on how do you inspire others. And before I get into it, I just want to say that if you would like for me to channel specific messages and answer specific questions to help you evolve into your most free and authentic self, then you can book with me with the link down below in the description box at AniyahJelisa.com. I do have notes because I always forget what I'm supposed to say. So I'm like, let me write it down so I don't forget anything. And then last but not least, I will be hosting a contest, well, more so giveaway, once I reach 500 subscribers of a free 1-hour reading on this channel. So go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will show you guys your piles. Hey pile one, welcome to your reading. I am your host, AniyahJelisa. Thanks for tuning in with me today. If you skip the intro, just know that you can book with me down below in the description box. I do my readings in custom YouTube videos just like this that are unlisted. And also I am hosting a giveaway of a free 1-hour reading once I reach 500 subscribers. So go ahead and stay tuned for that. Other than that, let's get into it and see, how do you inspire others? Okay, so how does my YouTube collective pile one inspire others? First out, we have the Devil in reverse. Okay. So how does pile one inspire others? Ooh. We have the Ace of Wands. We have the Lovers. Okay. Yeah. Let's see what else. Also, I do post mini readings on TikTok every day, and my TikTok is down below in the description box as well. We have the Seven of Pentacles reversed, and we have the Four of Wands. So I'm seeing that you all could inspire people in multiple ways. The first way that I got with the Devil in reverse is that you all may be somebody who has overcome some kind of addiction or like problem where you're overindulging in something, and I feel like with you overcoming that, that is one way in which you have inspired other people. Okay, with the Ace of Wands though and the Lovers, I also feel like for some of you, you could be a part of the LGBTQ community and you could inspire people by being freely authentic, being freely yourself, and not constraining yourself to what society wants you to be, which is straight, right? Like, you could be happily out, and maybe there are people who are inspired to come out because of you, inspired to just live their truth and not allow, you know, the pressures and the limitations of society to stop them from loving who it is that they want to love, okay? Some of you, I'm seeing that in today's dating climate, there's a lot of pessimism. There's a lot of people saying that, you know, there's no good men, there's no good women, there's no such thing as a happy relationship, there's no such thing as love, there's not this, there's not that. You could be somebody who is in a happy relationship, and so therefore, in the times that we're in, by you having that happy relationship and being somebody who does not have a whole bunch of like bitterness and disdain for the gender that you like to date, you then inspire other people that, okay, maybe love is real. Maybe I can find my person. Maybe that my dream person is out there. Maybe love isn't dead. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way in which you inspire people. I'm also getting that with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse and the Four of Wands, you could inspire people to, what is it? When the going gets tough, the tough keep going. That's what it is. When the going gets tough, the tough keep going. So I feel like, I'm taking this in two ways, actually. I feel like for some of you, this could be about marriage, and like maybe you're married and like you are able to give advice to other married couples about how, you know, sometimes you guys might disagree or you guys might drift apart a little bit, but you know how to bring it back together, or giving them advice about how to keep their relationship together and happy despite challenges and obstacles that life might throw at you guys or throw at a couple. But I was also getting that you all could have a business, or you could have gone to school for something that was kind of rigorous or long, or there's something about you, maybe you like worked your way to the top of a company, but it took you years to do it. There's something here about you making it to the end or making it to the destination of a goal, even though it took a long time and it looked as if nothing was happening for a long time as well. So that's specifically why I'm getting something like you might have went to school to get a difficult degree, or you started a business and it took your business years to pop off, but you never quit, you know, things like that. It could be content creation, you know, whatever, take it how it resonates. But there definitely is something here about you sticking with something long enough to see the results, and people see your results and they get inspired to keep going, even if they feel like they're in a phase of whatever it is that they're working on not working or not moving forward in the way that they wanted to. With the Ace of Wands as well, I'm seeing that even outside of like sexuality itself, you could be somebody who is just very in tune with yourself in that way, and so you inspire other people to do the same thing. Like I'm seeing if somebody is very kind of like strict, but like strict to their own detriment, you might encourage them not to have a 304 phase, but like just to not be so uptight with themselves. You know, this could even be about self-pleasure. Like maybe you inspire somebody or you talk to somebody about doing things for yourself if they're not comfortable doing it with somebody else. And there's just something here about you have a very like liberated and free kind of energy, especially if you've also overcome like addictions and things like that. It's like you have this energy of like you can overcome anything. So when it comes to you, the way that you inspire people is that you inspire them to overcome whatever challenges they feel like they're facing in their life, especially if it has to do with like, again, their business, their relationship, or their relation to vices they're using to cope. Okay, let's see, I want to use this one, this deck. This is the Signs of the Times Oracle. Okay, so Spirit, how is pile 1 inspiring to others? I feel like that was kind of short, but you know, sometimes if you watch my channel, you know, sometimes the messages are very straightforward. It don't take me long to pick up on something for the most part. Now sometimes it do, but this is inspiration. It's pretty quick. I notice only the readings that are kind of like really emotional, or I'm channeling from like spiritual realms, are the ones that it gets kind of complex. But today's reading seems like it'll probably be pretty lighthearted, straight to the point. So anyways, let me see, Spirit, how does pile 1 inspire other people? How does pile 1 inspire others? The first 2 cards out, we have Destiny and Mountains with Obstacles. So it's like you inspire, that's what I'm saying, like you inspire people to keep going no matter what, because you also might have this belief that like you are who you are and everybody is who they are for a reason. And the things that we desire in life, the skills and talents that we have in this life, things that we like to create, the type of people that we like to attract or be around, you feel like all of that is on purpose, all of that has an intention. And so because you believe in destiny, because you believe that there's a higher force that wants you to have your desires, that wants you to meet your goals, that wants you to have a happy relationship, that wants you to be fully yourself and embody that, you are then able to use that belief, because it's not even just faith. I was gonna say faith, but it's more than just faith. It's also it's just like a knowing. It's like and it gives you a certain level of confidence and courage that the average person might not have. And so it's like because you have that, you then channel that to overcome your obstacles, and that is what people find to be inspiring about you. You are the type of person, like you could definitely, honestly, maybe all piles could, because that's just the nature of this reading, but I feel like you all could definitely gain an audience by sharing testimonies. Like it's giving, you guys have testimonies, like you guys have, you know, stories about the things that you experienced, the things that you've been through, and like how you overcame them. So you might, I'm seeing somebody speaking on the podcast. Some of y'all might have a podcast where you talk about this, or you like use your podcast to inspire, or your podcast is like centered on a certain topic that you're very well versed in, and you like teach others, or you like motivate others. I'm saying that you all could definitely, or write a book. Like I feel like y'all are the type to like tell your story, even if it's not in that way of like a podcast or a book or something on a commercial level that you're like monetizing. It could even be just that like when people complain to you about their problems, you're the type of person to tell them, and not that you're trying to invalidate their feelings or take away their shine, but you're just like relating to them by telling them something that you've been through that was similar and how you overcame it. So yeah, once you give people that knowledge of like how you overcame something, they will take that and feel like, you know what, this person's right. Like this person, I can't overcome this because this person overcame that. And people do feel connected with you in that way. Okay. Spirit, what else? That's too many cards. Spirit, how else does pile 1 inspire others? How does pile 1, can I just get 1 card, please? Goodness gracious. Maybe 2 max, but I'm not taking 4 cards at once. It's like, jeez. All right. So we have Feather with Messages. So yeah, that's what I was saying. Like you guys are definitely meant to talk about this, and I feel like that's how you do. Like you spread this through your voice. Okay, so you share your story through your voice. I'm getting that, you know, for a few people that are close to you, they just watched you do this. Like, they just were in your life at the time that you were going through things or building yourself up, and so they were coming out, and so they saw you do it, and them actually seeing you do that is inspiring. But I feel like for most of you watching this pile, you have some form of, you have a avenue or a lane in which you share this information and you like give messages. You guys could be tarot readers yourself. You could, like I said, you could be like a motivational speaker. You could have a podcast. You could be a content creator. Some of y'all just get on live and just talk, and you might tell a story on live. You might make story time on YouTube, and you know, something like that. Or again, just in casual conversation. But there is this energy of like, with this feather here and the messages is making me think of like air sign energy. And there definitely is this energy of you, like, the way that you communicate is inspiring people. You inspire a lot through your words and through your storytelling, okay? I'm also getting that some of you could tell the story of those that came before you. So if you have parents who maybe sacrificed a lot for you to be where you are today, or you have parents that went through a lot of generational trauma and, you know, generational baggage, and maybe they passed it on to you, you are able to not only tell your own testimony, but talk about your ancestors, your parents, your grandparents, and the things that they went through that they also overcame, and how you learn from their lessons as well, okay? Let's see. Spirit, how does pile 1 inspire others? How does pile 1 inspire others? One more card, please. That was not one card. But I do feel called to take this one on top. I can't make this up. This is crazy. Tree, ancestry. Are you kidding me? Family reunion, honoring our roots. Y'all, that's what I'm saying. Like, you could inspire people. I feel like you inspire people through your own life and through your own actions, through your own journey. But again, there's something here about like you coming from a generation or a lineage that had its own struggles. So this could be like you being a person of color and like you went through, you know, whatever in your home country, or if you're Black American and obviously like you are a descendant of people who were brought here as slaves. Maybe you're an immigrant family and you come from an immigrant family, and there was like, you know, things going on in your parents' home country, and you know about their struggles with that. And then maybe you moving to, most of my viewers are American, but I know I have viewers from in other places as well, so I don't want to just niche it down to America. But maybe you move somewhere else where you walk and have a better life, and like your parents made sacrifices for you, things like that. There's definitely an energy here of you are the kind of person to want to move the goalpost forward. It's making me think about like when in track, when they have the baton and they're running like is it called a relay race? Is that what that's called? Where it's like they run and then they literally pass the baton to the next person, they take it and run. It's like you are doing that with the people that came before you. You are taking on, you know, wherever they left off and wanting to move forward. And so it's like you do it in a way where people see your forward progress, but you also make sure to pay homage and honor where you came from and the people who came before you, the sacrifices that they made, and the stories that they need to be, their story, making sure to share their stories as well. Ooh, that was a mouthful. Okay, so that's what I have for you, pile 1. I hope that you enjoyed. If you made it to the end, comment storyteller. Okay, comment storyteller, because that's how you inspire people, is through your stories, through your testimonies, through the things that you have been through and how you overcame them. Okay, again, I am having a contest. Oh, and like the video if this resonated, and be sure to subscribe so that we can get to that contest quicker when I can give somebody a free reading. Okay, period. So that's all I have for you. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, pile 2. Welcome to Naya's Notes. I am your host, AniyahJelisa. Today we're going to be looking into how do you inspire others. If you did skip the intro, you can book a reading with me down below if you would like. I do my readings in this same format, kind of like a custom YouTube video, and it will be unlisted, so no one will ever have access to it but you, and it stays up forever. I love that about my readings. I will never reach out to you for a reading. And lastly, I will be doing a contest giving away a free 1-hour reading once I reach 500 subscribers on this channel. So go ahead and definitely click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you like the reading, if it resonates with you at the end, then go ahead and give it a like, okay? So let's get into it. Spirit, how does pile 2 inspire others? How does pile 2... I thought something flipped over. How does pile 2 inspire others? Let's see. I'm hearing that song. We have the High Priestess in reverse. Actually, I lied. I don't want that card. But I'm hearing that song. She said, take your time. What's the rush? I'm not a singer, guys. But yeah, she said, take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog. Something about rushing. I feel like you guys, you teach people to slow down. Because it's really specifically that first line is like, she said, take your time, what's the rush? You inspire people to slow down. Okay. Let's see. We have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, as well as the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Six of Wands in reverse. We have the Three of Cups in reverse. This is quite interesting. Ooh. And we have the Two of Swords in reverse. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Cups upright. It's the only card that's upright. This is interesting. I feel like you all are highly spiritual, but it's like, that's where it's like this what's the rush type of thing. I think in your case, you come across as somebody who doesn't seem to want anything. You don't really seem to need anything either. You don't really, it's interesting because it's like, you come across as somebody who doesn't really need anything, but at the same time, like, you still come across as not needing anything. Like, okay, so what I mean by that is like, you don't necessarily have a huge amount of desires. You might not, especially like, you might not have a lot of material desires. You might not have a desire to get a lot of fame or recognition or be in the spotlight. You might not have a desire to always be around people or to be popular or to have a large friend group. But at the same time, it's like, you don't need to desire things because you already have everything that you could need. Does that make sense? It's kind of like a person who's like, you know, it's like the person who doesn't care about material wealth, but they have hella money still. But it's like they don't care about it in the sense that they're not hustling. They're not grinding to go get it because they don't care, really. Like, they will be happy still, even if they were, you know, much broker than what they are. But it's like something about that mindset then magnetizes money to them more. And so they, even though they have this mindset, they still have a lot of money. Or it's like, you're the kind of person where you don't care about popularity. You don't care about being seen. You don't care about, you know, going out and trying to get all the attention. But at the same time, because you have that mentality and because you don't care, it makes people wonder why you don't care. And then they end up being drawn to, magnetized towards you and curious about you. And so then you still end up having lots of friends and being popular. Do we get it? I'm even getting this in terms of beauty. You could be the kind of person who doesn't really care to do too much to yourself in terms of beauty. Like, you might not be the type to ever want to get plastic surgery. You might not like, I don't know, wearing hair extensions. You might not like to wear makeup, and you might have a very like natural type of aesthetics where you don't really do too much. Maybe you don't like to get your nails done, or, you know, there's something here about like, you don't really feel the need to go the extra mile or to like really like glam up in a sense. But at the same time, because you do that and because people see you at your natural self, you still come across as like super radiant and beautiful, right? It's like this weird, like, and I'm not calling you weird, but it's just the way that you inspire people. It's like you inspire them to want more, but also to not want for anything at the same time. You could be somebody who is very spiritual. I was seeing that with the King of Cups. You could be somebody who is very spiritual, and so you could be the kind of person who likes to manifest a lot, or you could be somebody who likes to jump timelines, quantum leaps. You could have a lot of knowledge about metaphysics. Hello. I'm getting that some of you might even be into the lifestyle of a monk, or want to live off grid, want to be kind of away from society. Some of you have, I've heard, taken a vow of silence before, or a vow of celibacy. There's something here about you like opting out of the traditional or the stereotypical way of life in the modern day era. And it's like, while people would think that because you did this, it would make you have lack, or it will make you like unstable in life, it actually has stabilized you more than the other people around you who are hustling, who are grinding, who are seeking attention, who are doing the most, you know. And that's how you inspire. Is you inspire people to truly accept themselves. You inspire people to think outside of the box. You inspire people to work smarter, not harder. You inspire people to learn about things that maybe they were not interested in before. Like, you're the kind of person where people might not believe in a higher power, they might not believe in the universe, and people might try to convince them their whole life and they just never budged. But once they met you, their perspective was changed, not because of what you said to them, not because you tried to convince them, but because of the way that they saw you living your life and they saw you excel. And then, you know, if people ask you, well, how do you do this or how do you do that, or they just get close enough to you to see the way that you live, because I'm getting that you also have like daily routines. You might journal a lot, you might read a lot, you might meditate a lot, stretch, things like that. You might spend a lot of time in nature. And so it's like, as people get close to you and they either directly ask you, how did you create this life for yourself, or if they see the ways that you do it as they get close to you, then they realize, oh, they start to think to themselves like, maybe there is a higher power. Maybe, you know, quantum physics is real. Maybe energy is real, because this person, they're living the life that I want to live, and they're saying that they got it through energy, through manifesting. So maybe that is real. Like, you inspire people to have spiritual awakenings. That's how you inspire people. You inspire people to have spiritual awakenings. You inspire people to stop grinding. You inspire people to slow down and to actually live their life. Some of you, I'm getting, could also have, and this is really specific, so only take it if it resonates, you know, like with anything. This is a general reading. But some of you could have experienced losing somebody close to you at a young age, and it's kind of like you have this mentality that like nothing really matters. Like nothing is that serious. Nothing matters enough to separate you from your joy, from your happiness, and from how you like to live your life, because you know that life is short, right? So, and you value life, you value actual life, like you value your time, your day to day. And so that's why you might have chosen to lean into the more spiritual aspect of things, because you're the type of person, you don't want to waste your life chasing anything. You don't want to waste your life working hard and grinding. You want to enjoy your life, enjoy your time, and experience peace and joy and bliss. And so that's what you prioritize, and therefore you inspire other people to do the same. Okay, so let's get a couple of oracle cards. I am going to be using the Signs of the Times Oracle deck. All right, Spirit, how does Pile 2 inspire other people? How does Pile 2 inspire others? So the first card out that we have is Peace, Harmony, and we also have Smiley Face, Joy. Like I said, like you inspire people to just like do what they want to do in life. You inspire people to do what makes them happy. You can inspire people to travel. You could be somebody, like I said, you could be somebody who likes to live off grid, or you could have like an online business or work from home, and then you like travel a lot in your free time. You could be the kind of person who works and you try to make a lot of money in like one part of the year, and then you take off and take like a sabbatical for the other half of the year or something like that. Again, it's like you're just really inspiring people to put themselves first in life, and specifically like to choose peace, to choose joy. You also could be the kind of person who is not really easily offended or not easily upset, because again, it's like you have this mentality kind of like nothing really matters. And you might also see yourself as above other people. Like you might see yourself above humans, not necessarily that you think you're better than people, but I think you see yourself as more conscious. You might be a lot more conscious than the average person, and so you inspire other people to expand their consciousness and to awaken on their own and to try to see life from the way that you see it. Okay, you definitely give off like teacher vibes, whether you think you are or not. Like you give off like a teacher, shaman type of vibe. Okay, we have Destiny. So yeah, like you believe that, I'm hearing that song as well, like life is worth the living. So it's like you don't believe that we're just here to work and die. Like that's just not you. You don't believe that. You believe that everybody is here for a reason. Everybody has a destiny. Everybody has a purpose. And you really inspire people to like really see that about themselves. Because I think that so many people these days are still just boxed in, whether it's through just they just want approval from society, whether it's that they're in lack with money and they think that they have to work hard and really grind in order to attract money. It could be that they are stuck in like religious programming, like restrictive, patriarchal religious programming. Whatever it is, you inspire these people to like try something else and to try something different. You might attract a lot of people who seem to be rigid or low vibrational, as you might call them, or what's the word I was going to say? Stubborn, one-track minded. But in reality, that is kind of part of your purpose, is that you're meant to help these people to see something different. Because again, I feel like you are able to change the most stubborn of minds because it's like that's the thing. It's like you're not trying to change anybody's mind. You don't go around trying to convince people to live the way that you live. You simply just do it. And by you not trying to force it on people, you actually awaken people's curiosity, and they feel safe to be curious around you and to ask you questions. And when you answer these questions from a loving place that you do, it's like people become inspired and they start learning things. You might have people tell you that, like, once they had a certain conversation with you, then they went home and they read a certain book, or they started watching YouTube videos about something, or they started watching TikTok videos about something. Like, they started exploring something different than what they were doing before after having conversations with you. Okay, so let's get one more one more pile. Oops, one more card. All right, we have mountains, obstacles. Okay, some of you guys watched another pile. Hello, welcome back. Clearly. All right, but yeah, we have mountain with obstacles. Now, I will say this was different than the other way I felt this card last time. With you all in this mountains, obstacles, I feel like people are inspired by you because they feel like you use your mind to overcome everything. And you use your mind and like your thoughts to overcome stuff. So, how do I want to say this? It's like people, and this might sound a little crazy, but you come across very enlightened. And excuse all my burping, it's the talking. Excuse me. Once I keep talking so much and all the air get in my lungs, y'all know. I'm sorry, okay? I can't help it. But people see you as really enlightened. And so the way that you inspire them is that you get over your obstacles by skipping. Like, people see you as somebody who can literally like step over the mountain. Like, typically with this card, I get like, hard work, perseverance. You're somebody who never gives up on yourself. And yes, like, you don't give up on yourself, but with you, it's a much more calm energy. This is not the person, you don't have the vibe of somebody who like sees the mountain and then like packs all your equipment and like hikes through it. And that's how you get to the other side. You literally, and that's why I said this might seem a little crazy, but you come across as somebody who could literally either just teleport to the other side, or you are able to like levitate literally and like levitate yourself above the mountain and then drop yourself back down on the other side. People see you, and this, again, I'm not trying to sound crazy, but I just have to say what I'm seeing. It's also reminding me of how, in the Bible it says that Jesus could walk on water. So it's like you have this very enlightened energy about you, and it inspires people because they feel, a lot of times the people who I feel like are the most inspired by you they feel stuck in their life. They feel stuck in their 9 to 5. They feel stuck in their job. They feel stuck in just their overall way of life. They feel stuck in not having enough time or money. And you bring them like hope and faith that there is a higher power out there that is acting on their behalf. And if they learn how to harness this power, that they can change their lives as well. Okay, so that's what I have for you, pile 2. That was really beautiful. Actually, I really enjoyed doing that. Let me know, almost before you go, if you are from pile 2, if you stay to the end, comment enlightened. Okay, comment enlightened so that I know that you're from pile 2. Also, if you would like to book a reading, the link is down below in the description box. Other than that, I am hosting a contest for 500 subscribers. Go ahead and enter, subscribe to the channel, join this team. Other than that, I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey pile 3, welcome to your reading. Welcome to Naya's Notes. I am your host, AniyahJelisa, and on today we're going to be doing how do you inspire others. If you would like to book a reading with me, you can do so down below in the description box. I do my readings in like a custom YouTube video style, and then I upload it as unlisted, which means that you can only access it with the link and it'll stay up forever, so you can always rewatch it again if you would like. Other than that, go ahead and subscribe to the channel because I will be doing a giveaway of a free 1-hour reading once I reach 500 subscribers here on this channel. Okay, other than that, let's get into it. Spirit, how does pile 3 inspire others? How does pile 3 inspire others? And one more, Spirit, how does pile 3 inspire others? Let's see. First up, we have the Hanged One in reverse. The Hanged Man. Next, we have the 6 of Wands. Next, we have the Four of Pentacles reversed. We have the Three of Wands. And one more card. I feel like one flipped over, yeah. We have the Tower in reverse. On the bottom of the deck, we have Death, okay? So the way that you all inspire people is that you inspire people to keep moving. This is super niche, but I'm hearing this song in my head, Keep It Moving by Keke Palmer. This is like when this album literally came out probably like 2000, like between 2008 or 2012. Like, it's like, I keep it moving, well, we keep it moving, well. I don't know if, like, I promise you, like, that's super niche. But if you know that song, first of all, if you know that song, comment down below, okay? Because I would be curious to know if anybody else knows that song. Because I feel like nobody knows that song. But, Keke Palmer actually used to make music. She makes good music, actually. But anyways, you inspire people to keep moving throughout life. And when I say keep moving, I mean keep expanding, keep evolving, keep changing. With the Hanged Man in reverse, I'm getting that you're not tied down or boxed into one way of thinking, one way of believing things. You could be somebody who finds yourself changing your mind and changing like your whole identity or your whole persona like every couple of years. So it's like you could have gone from, you know, some people change up their style frequently, but with you, it's deeper than just your style. This is like also with the Tower in reverse, which to me signalizes like internal changes. It's like you are the kind of person who will suddenly change like your mind about something, like, and whatever the change is something that is big. Like you might decide to, with the Three of Wands here in the Four of Pentacles reverse, you might randomly decide to move to a whole different country, right? You might decide to leave your religion and go to a different religion. You honestly, I'm getting this is a really specific general reading. Take it how it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But I'm getting some of you could even have been in a cult before. Like you could have been in a cult, you could have grown up in one, you could have led one. I'm just a messenger, right? So that doesn't resonate for you, don't worry about it. But if it does, you know, right? There's something here about you like always being willing to change and expand and grow. With the Four of Pentacles in reverse, it's like you don't hold on to things longer than especially with this and Death and the Queen of Swords. It's like you're quick to like, again, like cut things off, move things forward. This is actually reminding me of another reading that I did on this channel like last week. What is it? This is reminding me of my reading that I did, How Do You Stand Out? This reminded me of a pile in that reading. So if you feel called to go watch that, go watch it too. I want to know if you do go watch it, and if you happen to choose the pile that has a similar message to this. I'm not going to say which pile it is, but yeah, it's making me think about that reading as well. And it's like you're the kind of person where, and you get a lot of popularity for this too. So you could also have like a lot of different friend groups, because you could be such like an open, explorative, expansive type of person that you end up having friends from like all different kinds of walks of life, and you end up bringing them together. This pile is giving me, we do have Scorpio here with the Death card, but outside of that, it's more so giving me like Sagittarius energy, because I'm really getting that like Jupiter influence, that Jupiter like expansive type of person that you might seem like you're always on to the next thing, but I think that everything that you do is actually pretty intentional, and you kind of go based off of your intuitive nudges and like your instincts, right? So you might be you're the kind of person that if you feel it in your spirit to just wake up and learn a new language, you will actually wake up and learn it. If you feel it in your spirit to move, you will actually move. If you feel it in your spirit to change your religion, you will. If you feel it in your spirit to start a business, you will. And it's like really, it's not only just Sagittarius, but also like Aries and Leo too, like a lot of like fire energy that I'm picking up on from you all. There's like this vibe that you kind of go where the wind takes you, but it's all like with some type of purpose though. Okay, I feel like you're the kind of person, you inspire people to not have any regrets. You could also have a bucket list, or you could like to do things that cause adrenaline rushes. So you could like roller coasters, you could like watching scary movies, you could like going to haunted houses. That's probably why you like traveling. Like you just like doing things that, you know, it's like, I don't want to pass on without ever experiencing this thing. You could also be the kind of person to have a lot of flings, like relationships. Like you could probably not be, you might not be the type to want anything long term, like a marriage or anything, but you have like you might have a lot of like short form relationships. I'm even seeing like one night stands, but specifically with the one night stands thing, it's more so like if you do it when you're traveling, like you might be the type of person to like travel to a country for like a week or a couple weeks and then like fall in love with somebody in every country, right? You just are the kind of person who just wants to live life. And I think that's how you inspire people. You inspire people to just live. Like you might be around people who are very like, they box themselves in because they have a lot of shame around exploring, around being themselves. They might have fears around traveling. You inspire people to be more courageous and to not judge themselves so harshly, because at the end of the day, you know, we're all going to croak anyways at some point. So it's just like, why spend your life, you kind of have the energy of like, why spend your life in regret? Why spend your life always restricting yourself back from what it is that you want? And I think that some people might view you as immature or childish because of this, but I think that it makes you happy. And I think that there are people who understand how you are. You might really resonate with other people that are the same way. And there are people, you definitely have people who like really don't like this about you, and there's probably some people who have like disowned you, or like you might be considered an outcast in certain spaces, I'm getting. But there's also people on the other side who really do adore your freedom, and they really are inspired by it. Like you inspire people to be free, okay? So let's go ahead and get some oracle cards. I'm going to be using my Signs of the Times oracle deck. So let's see, Spirit, how does pile 3 inspire people? First up, we have Key with opportunity. You are definitely the kind of person, like, you inspire people to take opportunities. I'm also getting that for some of you, this could be something where, like, let's say that you were in a relationship at one point in time and you ended up getting an opportunity to travel across the world for whether it was a job or school or something. It's like you get an opportunity, and the average person might have turned down that opportunity in order to stay by their partner. You are the type to break up with your partner and leave and go do whatever that thing is. You are definitely the type to follow opportunity, and because you follow the opportunities, then opportunities continue to follow you, and it creates this like beautiful cycle of you always having something to do, you always having somewhere else to go, you always having something else to learn, you always having a new stream of income or a new way to make money or a new friends, fans, audience, whatever it is. You are extremely optimistic. And I did say all the fire signs, but Sag energy is like super heavy here, so I would be shocked if like nobody in this pile had Sagittarius placements, but it's definitely giving Sagittarius, not gonna cap, and Gemini, but mostly Sagittarius. You could also be somebody who is into astrology, and I think it's called astrocartography. Basically the practice of astrology where you like look at the lines within the globe, and like based on where you were born, there's different lines that activate different parts of your chart. You might be somebody who's into that and who has actually moved places according to that and has reaped the benefits and the opportunities that came from that. And so you inspire people in that way as well. You could also be just somebody who's just into regular astrology, and maybe you talk about it a lot, and you know, people who were kind of skeptical or didn't really believe in that, after they've seen some of the patterns that you were able to recognize from using astrology, or maybe how you were able to use astrology to create an opportunity for yourself, it has made them intrigued and inspired to learn more about it themselves. Okay. Somebody, this card says number 17, so somebody could be born on the 17th of a month. That just stuck out to me because my birthday is on the 17th of October, so somebody else could have a 17th birthday. Let's see. Spirit, how does pile 3 inspire others? We have personal power with crown and evil eye protection. You inspire others to really make use of their free will. And you inspire people to believe that like everything's going to be fine, like, and everything's going to work out. You could be a solo traveler. You could like traveling and doing things alone, and like you might experience being around people who are afraid to, like I say, like you inspire people who are either heavily feel shame or fear. And so when it comes to the protection, you could you know, you could be around people who are afraid to leave their hometown, or they're afraid to travel solo. And by them seeing you do it and you being safe and protected always and taken care of, it inspires them to let their fear down and try it for themselves. And with the crown personal power, again, like people, you inspire people to use their free will. Like I just feel like you're the kind of person who doesn't want to have any regrets. And like, I really see that really strongly. And so you inspire people with that, like, to get over shame. You inspire people to not care about what people have to say about them and not give away their personal power or give away their free will to fit in or to be accepted. You definitely give like outcast energy. You could be like a black sheep of your family or of a certain space. I definitely feel like some of you were exiled or disowned from either a family or some type of religious group, okay, at some point in your life. That doesn't have to resonate for you, but like, I really wouldn't be shocked if it does, okay? And let's get one more card for pile 3, Spirit. How does pile 3 inspire others? And you inspire in that same breath, if there are other people who have religious trauma specifically, or like religious fear and shame, you inspire them to get past that. You inspire people to leave cults or to leave religious groups that are holding them back from being who they really want to be and experiencing life to its fullest. And this is not anything against religion, but like, I think we all know that sometimes people can just use religion or spiritual beliefs to just control and groom people. And so it's more so like those types of spaces, not spaces that are religious, that are actually promoting evolution and personal power, but the ones that are like just really abusive. Like, you inspire people to leave those type of situations, okay? And let's see, Spirit, what is one more card? How does pile 3 inspire others? That was 2, but I will take it. We have lightning with disruption and hope with rainbow. Literally, like, you literally disrupt the status quo and you give people hope for freedom. You literally like inspire people who feel like they've always been trapped in a cage or in a box, or like there's always going to be super harsh judgment or criticism or punishments or consequences for the things that they feel, the things that they desire in life, whether it be like, you know, adult time, whether it be like romantic type of desires, whether it be traveling desires, whether it be desires to learn, to experience, just really honestly to experience life. You inspire people to know that, to feel hope that they can be free in the future. And you also disrupt whatever programming or spells basically people are under. I'm getting at TikToks now where it's like, y'all are under spells, people. What did she say? You are under spells, like something like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's making me think that like you guys are the type to like wake people up out of like a trance that society has put them in, okay? Or some people were born into this from their families. Like, you just wake people up to like the fact that they have a choice and they have free will and they can use it to whatever they want to do, okay? So that's what I have for you. So if you made it to the end of pile 3, comment free will down below or put free will into your comments so that I know that you came from pile 3. Other than that, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, if it resonated. Subscribe to the channel, join the team. I will be giving away 1 free hour reading once I reach 500 subscribers on this channel. Other than that, I love you and I'll see you next time. Bye.